If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Broke dawn, red graphs, numbers falling. Crypto dreams fading, no more all in. Grip tight on the wheel, stormy squalling. Sun blaze soon, clouds start stalling. Emotions flare, but we stay focused. Dipping down, yet composed and fearless. The market's crazy, man, it's ferocious. From the bottom up, never hopeless. Hold the line, we surf through the swells, crashing lows, soaring peaks, rebel yells. Through the turbulence, managed so well. Crypto sunrise, story we tell. Charts go wild, screens electric. Riding out, resilient and hectic. Bear or bull, always reflective. Fortune swings so eclectic. Keep our cool, never fold. Through the chaos, hearts of gold. Future bright, as stories told. Crypto skies, dreams unfold. Whispers in dark, market spies. Hold our ground, never lie. Truth in numbers can't deny. Moon's our limit, touch the sky. Hold the line, we surf through the swells. Crashing lows, soaring peaks, rebel yells. Through the turbulence, managed so well. Crypto sunrise, story we tell. We surf through the swells, crashing lows, soaring peaks, rebel yells. Through the turbulence, managed so well. Crypto sunrise, story we tell. Charts go wild, screens electric. Riding out, resilient and hectic. Bear or bull, always reflective. Fortune swings so eclectic. We chase digital highs. We waste the blockchain ties. And yet I buy, and yet I buy. In this alone I cry. No cold wallet, no secure home. My coins get hacked away. trust a node or a drone. If I can own my coin, I'd rather be a clone. No decentralized zone, no key to call my own. If I can't own my coin, I'd rather be a clone. No decentralized home,
Ring out the cowbell.
no king of Lost it all in crypto's fire. Burn my dreams, felt like a liar. Watch my coins just disappear.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But now the buck starts
let us begin.
here. Study charts, those lines so bold. Saw the secrets they could hold. Technical masters taught me well. From the ashes I will swell. I will rise up high. Gonna pierce the crypto sky. Millions made by others. Why? Can't be me, I'm gonna try. Bull or bear, it's all the same. Now I'm wise to crypto.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a surprise Saturday afternoon stream here. I was going over my spot account over on CoinEX, and it's a smaller account, or a smaller side of my portfolio over there on that platform. And I was going through some of the bottom coins that I've got there, just going, just doing some maintenance and everything, checking out some things, and evaluating and seeing if there's anything I should keep, or maybe kind of it has no movement. But I came across 6 coins that look like they're getting ready to do something, and we talked about them here on the show at one point or the other. And I'm looking at the bigger picture here on the daily charts, weekly charts, and they look like they're getting ready to move. So I just want to share those ideas and let you see what I see on the charts. And there might be opportunities there, there might not, but I see something moving. I just want to talk about it, and let's get it out there. Shout out to everybody hanging out with me tonight. Let me say hello to everybody real quick, or today rather. We got Dave P, Jesse Gullick, hey, from Trade Intuition and Piper Academy. How's it going, Jesse? Good to see ya. We got 50 or 505 code. Hell yeah! Glad to have you here, my brother. Let's see, we got Dylan VA. We got Jim Derringer. I blinked and XCN moved. It does that sometimes. I added that one to my list. I'll probably take a look at that one because, well, I like that one, and I'm trying to slowly accumulate even some more as she dips down to some juicy areas there. And of course, hitting that like button helps this small channel grow. This channel just needs some help. We've been doing this for about at least about 3 years now. 1,700 subscribers. I appreciate everyone. Very grateful. A little different here, I know, a little different, but it's a no BS platform. I'm not sitting here trying to shield things the whole hour, get you to join paid trading groups and things like that and whatnot. We're not doing that. There, however, I do have to mention the OnlyFans Footsie group, $2,499 a month. But I know, not all of you are there. It's mostly the Dubai guys that do this. But, it's just a little something extra offer, just a private little OnlyFans channel where, I'll give you my Bitcoin charts with my little turkey feet and my little fungus infused toes pointing to the Bitcoin price. But that's for the bothers. We'll get, if you're not there, just hang out. It might take maybe 6 months, a year. We'll get you there. Then you can join the Footsie group. No pressure, ever. You're on the Road Dog Crypto Show. So hello, everybody. I think I've caught to most everybody here. 505 code Chris Klein. What's going on? I'm a whale. Floki's Angels. Hey, Road Dog, love the show. I love that comment. I just love it. I just keep doing it. It tickles me. It makes me feel good. 505 Colt says DAG is moving a little. I haven't looked at that one in a while. Tommy 2 Liters is in the house, and we got Billy C. Well, we got a full party here. I see about 13 people hanging out. Let's go ahead and get into it. So here I am on the others chart, and this represents, most of the minority cryptos that we got. And this is on the daily, and I'd like to just share some ideas here. We've been doing good since we hit bottom, and we've just been gradually coming up, making lower lows and trying to make some higher highs from the previous candles that we've been on for the past over a week. What is that, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, last 10 days. The market's been recovering. It's been a slow recovery. The most noticeable things that I would point out here is that, price came down to this yellow line. It's a 200 moving average for others on the daily. That's kind of a big deal. When we break below it and start closing candles below it, we become officially bearish. And we had a few days where we were officially bearish, and then we had a few days where we were trying to come back. Eventually, we started closing candles above it, which happened 2 days ago. 2 days ago, we officially became bullish again. And not only is the 200 moving average, but right above it, and this is just slightly bearish, but just a little tinge of bearishness, because we can overcome that. It's just part of the dance here. We got the 360 moving average above the 200. Okay, so we got some work to do. We may not be ready to blast off just yet, but we're ready to start working our way up there and slowly making higher highs and higher lows. We're on our way to recovery, according to the daily chart here. A good sign of it. What I'm waiting for, what I'm wanting to see next is this 9 moving average to cross over that 200. That should come over this weekend. That will be a nice little push up. A little bit more push up it is, and we'll probably come up here and touch this 221 daily moving average, maybe a little higher. From where we are now, that's about another $10-15 billion coming into the market. And for the others coins, that's a nice little pumpy pump coming on, and a nice little start for something nicer happening. Now, when the 200 or when the 9 crosses that 360, there's going to be another nice little bump up, and we're getting closer and closer to where eventually this 200 is going to ease up and cross over. It's going to be a slow cross, and that's going to be good for the bigger picture of things. So if you ask me, we're recovering. Now I want to zoom out just a little bit more to the 3-day chart, and it says a little different stuff, but still something a little similar. The 100 moving average, we've been catching support. We got a 9 crossing the 50. Now, ultimately, that's kind of bearish, but what that means in the short term is that we can get that rise up that we were talking about. And on this chart, it's telling us we get about another $20 billion coming in. There's an area up here that we're keeping our close eye on when it comes to altcoins, and that is more of a support resistance flip. If you zoom out on what happened, we've ended up forming, I got to zoom way out, don't I? We're connecting trend lines here. From here to here, I can probably tighten it up just a wee little bit. what has happened is that we broke out of this symmetrical triangle type shape. It's not the greatest symmetrical triangle shape because there's a lot of space here. And if you read up about the patterns, you really want more space in these for them to play out kind of like they're supposed to. Regardless, they're not very trustworthy. I mean, they can go out and they can come right back in the pattern, and it did. It went out, came back, tested the bottom of the pattern, came back up, and now we're kind of just flailing around, throwing everybody off. But what you might not be looking at or might be missing here is this nice big wick right here. That's a lot of buy pressure, and you can see that in the volume reflected here. That was a nice push up. They're like, I'm buying these altcoins at this cheap price. Now, here on the weekly, we're finding support on the 50 moving average. That's good. Bouncing from there could take us back to retest the 21. Same thing we saw on the other charts. All the charts are saying the same thing. They just got different moving averages to express their opinion there. And we should be coming back up to test this 9 moving average, 325 billion. We're getting ready for a nice little pump in altcoins. It's going to be a slow pump, but the prices that we are right now for some of these coins, pretty dang juicy. And some of them are starting to show a little bit more bullishness early, whereas some of them are still kind of, trying to figure out their bottoms. The ones I'm showing today look like they found their bottoms, so we're going to take a look at it. The first one I'm going to look at is a little AI play, not very well known, but I've been in it for a while, and it's called Cubic. And it's available on CoinEx, MEXC, some other places there. I know you can buy it. I think it's an ERC20, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Let's go check. It may be its own layer 1. I think it's a layer 1. Let's get some more solid information here on Cubic. So Cubic has $186 million market cap, still a small market cap. Fully dilated violations is 217. Not very much higher than what the price is now. Circulating supply is a bunch. They got a bunch of coins. Maximum supply is 200. Oh my God, is that trillion? 200 trillion. That's a lot. That's a lot. Circulating supply is about half that at 113. Why they got so many coins, I don't know, but it's a neat AI. It is a layer 1, so it should not be an Ethereum contract. They're their own chain here. It was hard to find when I first got into it. There's only one exchange, and I had to go get it there, making a special account to get it, and I got it locked away in a wallet. And then I got a tiny position on my CoinEx just so I can monitor it and keep up with it, because this one's got so many zeros. It's got a decimal and 5 zeros before we get to real numbers. These little small coins like this can make some gains. You got to be patient with it because it has so many tokens. But let the narrative come back and hit, and what these guys are doing, I think this one would be an interesting look into. It's a layer 1 blockchain protocol that aims to revolutionize, they all say that, cryptocurrencies with its AI training and quorum-based computation system. It aims to remove transaction fees, improve scalability, and increase security. It is available on MEXC if you have access to that, Gate.io, XT.com, and some other places. BitGet, XT, SafeTrade, that's where I first bought it. So it's not widely available. You may have to dig around for it. You may not be able to get it at all. But I think it's an interesting play. This is what the chart looks like overall. It's reached its all-time high. Was 12 months ago. It was at 401256. It's down 87% from that. That can be some mega gains just getting right back up in there. Its all-time low was 3 months ago, and we're up 24% from that. So it's been holding its weight for the past 3 months since its bottom there. So let's take a look at this chart. Looks like crap down in here on the weekly. We're below the 21 moving average. Still got the 9 above it. That was something I was hoping that would do. Well, that didn't happen. Okay, so that was a failed idea. It's not very solid here on the weekly. Let's come down to the daily here. And I'm going to clean off my chart from all the old stuff. And we'll take a look at the fresh new levels that we got. We pull our Fibonacci. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. We're testing an 886 deep ash retracement. This is normally the deepest that they go unless they're planning on doing something down here, which would take us down to the negative. We're going to keep that idea here. There's this one little area that might make a lower low if things do actually go south. And I'm not telling anybody to buy this. I'm just putting these things on your radar, things to look at right here. But if it holds this area, And it looks like it will. It looks like it's got a good chance to hold it. Here on the daily, she's below the 9 moving average, so there's no signal to buy yet. This one's one to watch out for. But what I'm seeing here is this being a nice little juicy area to accumulate. With the possibility of maybe coming back down to this area. Maybe. All right. So that's what we got. This is a known area for a bounce. We've already got one bottom came up. Could be working on another bottom. It may be as lackluster as this. It may take it a while to accumulate. So this might be one to consider DCAing into, rather than just trying to wait for the perfect trade setup. But the perfect trade setup might be coming along. If you look at what we got here, we got a falling wedge, which they have like a 68% chance to break up. This one's a little steeper, so she's not going to go quite as high as what you expect from a more shallow one. And roughly, they're going to take us right back to the 618 Fibonacci area. Without me getting into all the little measure move stuff that I normally go to, we're just going to take the shortcuts for today's stream, if that's okay, without me getting too much into the teaching mode. So 0.000, we got 5 zeros and 3 6. Now to get there from here, let's say we're here, and let's walk up through the levels here. We know from this setup that we need to get past this 236 area, and that would be 40% gains. The next step up would give you possible 71% gains. Next step up on the ladder would give you 96% gains. So you can pretty much a moonbag territory where you take your collateral out and just let this baby ride, because that's what I did. I got a moonbag of this. I'm just sitting back monitoring it, and I like it when it goes up. 122% getting up there, you definitely can moonbag it. Then you got a free and clear bag. I don't know. So let's say you just throw $100 in this. When it gets up there, take your $100 out. Now you got $100 of this. And if it goes to 10 or 100x this cycle, because it looks like a really interesting thing. If it catches on, it can do some big numbers. Free and clear bag. Maybe a small bag, but you got nothing in it. And then what if it ends up being $5,000? $2,000 from a $100 investment that you already pulled your collateral on. I mean, those are the kind of things that I like to take my little risk and chances on. And the best time to do them is when they're beaten down to the ground so that you can 2x them real quick. This is one that I think could happen. We just got to make sure that everything plays ball. And that's what I got on the daily for this. Now I'm going to come down to the 4 hour. So I got no official signs here yet that she's ready to jump into, but we've got some indications that she's getting really, really close, and she's definitely at a good price, even for DCA. And it looks to me like we might have a possibility this weekend to actually maybe snag some, put some limit orders in, or just watch an alert, put an alert. That would be the safer way. At this 1582, 1586 area, to me, I think that looks kind of juicy as a place to look. So that's what I got for Cubic. These are the areas that I see that she can come up to, the first few targets. I can do higher myself. If she pops out of this, I think she can easily come up here to 28. Let me put our little measurement tool here. Where are we, measurement tool? This one? So let's say from where we are now up to here, 40% gains. From where we are now up to here, you're talking about 72% gains. Not bad. So I'm going to take this, we're going to copy this image, and we're going to post it over here to the trade setup area. And these will be some swing trade targets. We'll post that over there. So Cubic, I think, is very interesting. The next one that I looked at was SUAI. That's also available on CoinEX and MEXC. And that's the reason why I have it. It's available. And she's doing something interesting here. She's rounding out here on the bottom. Let's clear out some of this old information. A nice rounding shape. This one's, I mean, caution with this one. It's not got anything that I'm seeing right now saying, oh, I'm ready to pop just right this second. But we're getting close, and we'll see that on some of the smaller other time frames, I believe, here. On the 4 hour, check it out. Let me go to the daily so we can get the bigger move. Here we are. We're still below the 9. So on the daily, when we see that one cross over the 9 moving average, we know we got a much safer entry there. All right, so I want to throw that out. Let's look at the indicators here. She's had a green dot. She's trying something. She's trying. Let's go down to the 8. Looking just for some more signs here. Not got what we need yet. Not even on the 4 hour just yet. There is a nice little hint here with the 9 crossing the 21 that something might be happening here soon. Something might have already happened that we haven't seen. So let's draw a trend line. A breakout from this trend line area here, falling wedge. Measured move for this little guy.
Riding high on the crypto wave, stacking coins, I'm feeling brave. Road dog showed me
this is the area that we'll need to get above. This will be a short-term target.
Dreams come true, feel the rain. Hit the target bullseye.
If nothing else, there might be some short-term trades to be had here over the weekend. But I'm actually looking at these for
Dark arts like magic spells. In this game,
so it's some longer-term, more swing trade plays here since we're at nice bottom areas.
on the road. RSI and MACD flare got me walking on air. Jackpot, baby, making gains. Dreams come true, feel the rain. Hit the target, bullseye shot. Owe it all to what I got.
So this one's starting out with a little bit of a lackluster breakout. It could even come back down to 0.00475 in those areas short term before we start bouncing up. We got this area here that's been acting as good support.
Market watch through the night.
I'm going to blow that little guy up. And we might, that's a 0.004849 area that we're at right now. Let's come down to the 1 hour and see what you're doing. So it looks like she might be coming back down to touch this. I would look for a reaction there, because I foresee the possibility that we might be trying to bounce off of this area. All right, now the next one. Oh, let's take a look at SUAI and see what it is. Some of these you guys may not be familiar with at all. This one has got a $4.8 million market cap. This one's a tiny one, so this one's a little bit of a risky play. It's got 1 billion circulating supply, 1 billion maximum supply. Its all-time high was a month ago, and it's down 92% from its all-time high. I mean, and we could get back to moonbag territory fairly quick. That was at 6.5 cents. Its all-time low was about half a penny 2 months ago, and since then, it's made 800% gains. So, nice. It's already made a pretty nice recovery from its very bottom. Chances are its bottom is in, and we're just kind of working our way back up to the nice little toppy tops there. That would be nice. Nice rounding shape. It's usually what happens in the market. This one's at a juicy price, in my personal opinion. When you see those nice rounding bottoms, that's where you slowly accumulate, and then you sell when we start coming up, and you start multiple Xing your bags there. We're at half a penny right now. We're at a little less than half a penny. Are we below the all-time low? No. It was that had 3 zeros, and we dropped a 0. It's 10x. It's 10x, or almost 10x over the last 2 months. So and it's on discount right now. So that's why I kind of like this one. So I added some more to my bags today on Sweet AI. All right. So the next one I'm going to take a look at is UFD. Don't laugh. This one, I thought, if I remember correctly, I thought this one looked a little bit to be the most promising of what I looked at today. This one kind of looked interesting. This is unicorn fart dust, ladies and gentlemen. I know, it sounds crazy. Market cap is $43 million. Fully diluted market cap is $43 million. Total supply is 1 billion coins. Maximum supply is 1 billion coins. All these coins should be out on the market. Unicorn fart dust. We're going to check out the website on this one. It's just unicorn fart dust. What is unicorn fart dust? Well, it's a little hard to explain. We'll just show you how it all started. So, a lot of people like this one. I think they got a decent community and everything. I'm not part of it or anything, but UFT adheres to a no-nonsense approach to tokenomics and governance, ensuring that every action aligns with our core values. We prioritize complete openness, sharing every decision, allocation, and update to the community. Every decision is made with the well-being of the community and its core, fostering an environment where everyone thrives. We offer a welcoming risk space and camaraderie, humor, and genuine connections where holders can enjoy the journey together. So it's a meme coin, but I was thinking that they were doing something else. Unicorn Fart Dust is a meme coin for entertainment purposes only with no intrinsic value. Keep that in mind. All the meme coins really have no value other than that generated by the community and the hype around them. So the site is not financial advice or endorsement, blah, 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 the disclaimer stuff. So that's what we got for Unicorn Fart Dust. So a meme coin. And let's go check out the chart here for this little meme coin. She has been beaten down, but now she's got a rounded bottom end and she's flagged up. This one's already went through this one's starting to show the signs we want to see on the other ones too. This one has started doing it already. This one's ready to move. Not yet claiming the 9 daily moving average, so that's my warning. We want to see that get claimed before we officially say, oh, that's our signal that it's going to happen. So my title is these are some that are ready. They're showing the signs that they're ready to pop, and this one is. Look at the old MACD here and how she's trying to curve around. Now there's still a time where we could fail, so we want to, for the confirmations, for the more conservative confirmation, you would be following the daily chart for that confirmation. I would use that in conjunction with the 4-hour. Now here, 9 moving average that's crossed bearishly over the 21 and the 50. We're just retesting these. We will probably retest this 21 moving average at 4.18, 4.19 cents. Most likely that will happen. But after that, I would expect a nice little strong bounce and us to try to work on making another higher high. I'm going to throw one possible low target in there, and then this one right here for the more local 786. Oh, well, screw that one. They decided to go to the next one right now. All right, so we're keeping this little guy here. I would see what we do here if we bounce off of that. Let's come to a smaller time frame. Smaller time frame, the 1 hour. This is interesting. Look at the moving averages here. All right, so we just now came down, tapped the 100 moving average. Chance that we might come back down here, maybe double tap this area, make a higher high, or make a higher low, or make a higher low here. We'll follow our trend line on this because she's trying to test us right now. Look at that trend line. A bounce from here, man. This is a great place to take a little nibble, a little chance, in my personal opinion, because your other moving averages are bumped up above the 200. They're flipping. The band is flipping in right now, the moving average band, if you want to look at it that way. A little bit of a symmetrical triangle type shape, so there's a lot of space in there. But my personal opinion, I think this one's one of the ones that is truly getting ready to do something maybe this weekend. And that's what I got on Unicorn Fart Dust. Let me zoom out. Now we looked at the bottom areas. Now let's start. Let's see, this is old stuff, measured moves that got met and exceeded, and payday areas and all this other stuff. Now we can look at it for our targets. And this one looks nice. This one looks really nice.
Fluffing wings with style and grace, glistening alpha butter on his face.
I don't know that we will hit this 48-cent area anytime really soon, but that is one of the places for the next higher highs. I think it might actually, most likely it will come up about 34 cents in that area and get rejected, and then have to reaccumulate. Let me color code my fibs here. So what would the returns look like if we got in somewhere where we are now? Just getting back up to our level here that we fell down from before at 11, right at 12 cents. 200% gains right there. Talk about a moon bag with a little patience. It gets to 12 cents from 4 cents. Or even somewhere on the way, it just gets to 8 cents. Moon bag this little sucker and just let her ride. That's at 12.4 cents. I like that. Just that idea alone. And that goes with our fib strategy of just how price action needs to do. It's got to come up here and test that. It may fail on its first test, but hey man, use 3 extra. Your $100, and your $100 is now worth $300. Not bad. If you moonbag it, and you might have $200 to buy cheaper. It's those kind of ideas that we need to kind of plan out in advance ahead. But I kind of like that. I like what's going on here. I got a possible double bottom situation happening here. She's wanting to try to move up on some of the smaller time frames. Looks interesting to me. I think I'm going to post this on a 2-hour. And we'll take this idea. We'll post it over there. UFD. UFD.
Crypto turkeys got the flow.
Watch higher time frames for confirmation. When price
Guiding through the crypto nights
on 4-hour and daily charts. So I'll give a little hints there for things to watch out for that one. Unicorn part dust. I want to take a quick look at Cal. Oh snap! What's up with you? Oh look! Did you hit me targets? No, I can't remember. She's coming back for a full retrace. Looks like right here. So we've not yet got a confirmed bottom on this one just quite yet here on the daily. Let me see how well we line up. It lines up nice. A little preemptive on this one. It's on the daily. Let me check out the 4-hour. She might come down just a wee bit lower here. Right around 30 cents. She's at 32 right now for Cal. You're making this tightening wedge pattern, this falling wedge pattern for real. Starting to squeeze. We could look at it a couple of different ways as a channel, which I like. From here, what we need to see is it level out sideways, and then it can be working on a breakout. So this one's getting set up Not confirmed yet. On this one, I would be watching like the 1 hour. When we get above the 9 moving average, it might be trying to do something there at that point. She can come down. I've got 2 little targets. I got one that's just a little bit below our line because I think she's going to try to test that. But roughly somewhere around 30, 31 cents. I'm not going to post this one because we don't have really a sign. I want to make for confirmations before I actually try to post this one, but I want to throw it on your radar. Here's another one called Opulus. And I do have a decent sized bag of this. And then I got a small bag that I'm watching over on CoinEx just to monitor it. And that's how I monitor a lot. She made a little bit of a lower low there and trying to recover. This one on the daily she is working on reclaiming that 9 moving average. This one's actually showing some signs of recovery right now. This one's a real world asset play dealing more into the music industry. And I just thought that was an interesting play. And she is bouncing off of her 113. That is a known lower low bounce area. And so I like this one a lot. This might be one of the more promising ones that we got, especially she's showing some nice signs. Now, will she get past 11 cents? Probably not on this run. Let me pull the proper fibs here. We're going to assume that our bottom is in just by going with the Fibonacci's that we have there. And just playing this on the local time frames, we got these guys as our targets. So this one I am going to post because I like how this one. I think this got a favorable result here. Not yet claimed the 9 moving average, but she's starting to. She tried it yesterday. Technically the body is above it right now, but this candle still got 3 more hours to confirm. But let's go down to the 12 hour. 12 hours already gained it. Let's try the 4 hour. 4 hour gained it and then lost it. Now we're just retesting the 21 over the. This one's looking good to me. This one is looking solid to me. She's not yet made a higher high over here, so that's our next target is to go above 5 cents. So that's a nice 25% gain right there. Testing the bottom of the trend line. There is still some there's some wiggle room where we might dip down. We could come down to 4.2. I don't see it happening with the way these moving averages are crosses. It looks like we're coming back up to test 4.7 and then start moving our way to the 200 about 5.6. This one's starting to look nice to me. 4 hour time frame. Let's zoom out a little bit on this little guy. Let's see, we're on the daily, the MACD, that we go over that. She crossed bullishly. So this one's showing some. This one's out of all when we looked at it. This one is showing some nice strong signs. RSI is above the signal line. You got to break out of the. It looks like you got a possible breakout. She working on a breakout. She got a breakout on the RSI right here. This one is. This is the one to watch this weekend right here. Opulus. This is the one to watch. Short-term breakout. Look at that. We got a breakout of this. It's not the bigger breakout. She's still got a lot of stuff. She's got a lot of work to do, but this is pointing to the fact that we can be coming up here fairly quickly, I believe, over this next week. 6.3 cents. That would give us. What would that give us from here? 41% gains there to go to that target from where we are currently. Higher targets. Let's move this guy over. Higher target I'm looking at is back up at around 10 cents. And that would be 133% gains there. So me kind of like this idea a lot. And she'll probably, reject from up through here, come back down and retrace. And, we're going to have some ups and downs out of the altcoins, but this one is showing some good signs from bouncing here at the bottom, I think. You don't have to think, you don't have to agree, but I'm just putting my ideas out there, just sharing. Sharing what I've come across today. That's all I'm doing. 21 people hanging out with me. Thank you so much. Let's go post this one. I'll come back to the chat here in just a second. I've got one more to do real quick. Oh. All right, this is Daily Shot. All right, next one I got is one called SD. It's one that one of you guys mentioned, and Stater, and I wasn't familiar with it, so I thought, well, I'm going to play that one, and it's actually done fairly well. Because I think I bought her somewhere through here, and she went up and came down and did her stuff. But look at that nice bounce here. This one is looking good. Let's come to the weekly. Let me clear off the stuff that we got. She came down, made a lower low, then made a higher high, and that's interesting. She should now be making a higher low. And we bounced off of our 786 beautifully. Just so lovely. And as crazy as it sounds, I'm looking for these two targets right here.
In the crypto world, when numbers spin, Road Dogg's got a secret little grin. With his cowbell, he starts the show, chasing evil with a single blow. I have a fever.
Let me dial in my numbers here. Was our luck to nail it. You can't nail it if you're being sloppy with your measurements. Just how it works. Look at this idea right here. Retest of this channel or wedgie, depending on how you want to do. Oh, shallow falling wedgie. Those can play out good. Target would be at the top of the wedgie thing over here, which is also our 1.13 Fibonacci. We got confluence for that. Should have a nice newly established trend line, which could be a nice little established channel idea, depending on how we want to try to do this. It looks like we're going underneath these candle bodies to get to that candle top. Opens up the area where we could be trying to get these targets. I lock that myself. But of course, it's always good to have a medium target in there, someplace to take profit quicker, and we're going to go with the 618. Because that's what your bots are going to be going for. That's at $1.33. We're looking at $1.99. Ultimately up to 221. These are areas, these are key pivot points. There should be a rejection here. There should be a nice big correction coming after this, like an ABC type correction, something like that. This should be our three humps up to here. Our dump coming back down probably to 120, 130, and then see if we can make our way up. But this one looks promising. This is SD, and let's see what SD is. This Stater is 81 cents right now. It's a $44 million market cap. Small market cap means lots of growth possible. Total supply is 120 million, not billion, million. That means there can be a supply demand crunch on it. Maximum supply is 150. I like these low number coins for the sole fact of the supply demand effect. When you got billions and trillions of coins, you don't have much as far as supply and demand because there's too many coins out there. When you got one that is under $1 billion, oh, that perks my ears up, and especially if it's a small market cap. I think this got, these are kind of the plays that I really like to, for you. You're trying to make some multiples in the game. These are some of the tokenomic things that you should be looking for. And a lot of them don't have tokenomics like that. A lot of them have way too many. SD is Stater's government tokens. It is a governance token. It's an ERC20 token with a max supply of 120 million tokens across 23,000 plus holders. It holds multiple utilities, SD utility pool, governance, and voting. It's a non-custodial multi-chain liquid staking platform that enables seamless access to the best staking and most rewarding DeFi opportunities across proof-of-stake networks like Ethereum, Polygon, BNB, Hedera. It is trusted by 85,000 plus stakers, ranging from retail users to exchanges, custodians, and institutions looking to earn rewards by staking their crypto assets. I'm not big on liquid staking platforms, but listen, I'm not losing any money on this one, and I didn't put a whole lot in it. I don't have a big position of it, but it looks like it's been doing okay and looking kind of nice. So Stater, I like the idea of this one. Let's copy this idea and put it over there. And that's all the ones that I really had to go over. So maybe XCN to see what it's doing. That's another one that I do like. I'm on the weekly chart. I think this would make an excellent midterm to long-term hold idea or swing trade. So I like this. This one seems to be the most promising one that we looked at. So this one, Opulus. Those are the two most promising ones that I think that they've already started to show the signs that they're starting to make their come up. The other ones are starting to get there, but we don't have our confirmations on them, so I want to keep them on the radar. But the last two we looked at, those look very promising to me. And let's take a look at XCN real quick. This is Onyx coin. I guess we'll take a look at it on. Let me get a good chart here. That's against Bitcoin. Not looking for the KuCoin. Looks good. Let's go with that one. Our snap. We still got our targets up here, and those should still be good. So on the weeklies, come down to the daily. Just monitor how she's doing. My colors are not matching up, so let me pull my fibs and see what we got going on here. I think I was looking for retracements at that time or something. Okay, so now, we were respecting the 618, respecting that area, still below the 9 moving average on the daily. We broke a trend line and come down, but these don't have to just drop like crazy. When this type of pattern, opening, broadening wedge, I find that they're when you lose them, they don't drop down too much. It's about 50% of the measured move on average. Now we go here and we follow this line. So for the conservative trader, breakout trader, be waiting for a breakout on this. Now let's go to a 4 hour. Let's look at our indicators here. Indicators are bottoming out here. Nice. Money flow is in the green. Stochastics are ready to go to the upside. She's getting prepped, in my personal opinion. Here on the 4 hour, she's already made her first move. She claimed that 9 moving average. Above the 21, testing the 50 moving average on the 4 hour. She's trying. Clear a candle above this trend line, and we got a breakout. And I think that's might be what we're looking at for this weekend for this one. Look on the 1 hour. Still got some work to do. 9 has not crossed the 21, so anywhere through here, in my personal opinion, would be a nice little range to try to accumulate it. We're currently, we're at 23 cents. Yeah. I don't know if she'll dip back below that trend line or not, but anywhere through here, between 0.24 cents and 0.23, great place. In my personal opinion, I'm going to label that as a buy zone. Right there. Can't see what that says. Can't see what that says. So that's my take on XCN, and I think this one's a great one to hold on for a long-term play. This is going. I'm going to hold this one as. I think this one's got a lot of possibility to go up a lot more. For Onyx coin, some of you guys may not know what it is, and Let's get a little brief explanation and tokenomics overview on it. $765 million market cap. Fully diluted valuation is $1.1 billion. Total supply is 48 billion coins. That's a lot. So she will move like molasses for when she goes sideways. It will feel like molasses, but when she does move, it will be kind of nice. COINEX protocol, decentralized platform that facilitates all-in-one peer-to-peer lending protocol. The COINEX protocol represents a significant step toward supporting broader segment of the digital assets such as Ethereum, ERC20 tokens, ERC721, and ERC1155 tokens. They can be supplied or borrowed through an aggregated and unified balance supported by non-custodial blah, blah, blah. A bunch of nerd speak. It's one of them. The bigger people want this. The legacy markets kind of want these functions that this chain offers, in my personal opinion. Yeah, you can check out the website and the financial letter. It's a modular blockchain. That is a big deal. That is a new narrative that we were catching on in the beginning. They backed off from it, but that offers a lot more opportunities for things that you can do with blockchain. Designed from financial grade applications, offer near instant confirmations and low fees. Start building today. So it's designed for finance, and we know that Wall Street loves finance applications, and looking at those ideas to utilize as they build out their new Wall Street system. But I liked it. I think it was a good area, and on the bigger time frames, just starting to get ready for something there. Guys, what's going on with you? What's up with the chat here? All-time high is down 63% on XCN. Chain, Stellar, and XRP are connected, says Jim Derringer. Doug says XCN will be massive. Global bank and government payment system. XCN will flip XRP prices. Could. Maybe. Hondo Pancho. Hey, how's it going, man? Usually see on Alex O and Frank's channel, but harder to say what up there. So I wanted to salute your dedication where I can. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much for saying hi. Jesse Golick says, I've been getting everywhere, Hondo. I want to say everyone that I have to stay awake 24/7. I think I'm interrupting some conversations there. Jim Derrida says, bot volume went silent after it reclaimed 50 cents. Cassie knows. Casey knows. Hey, Randall Trader, how's it going? Casey Peters says, I'm blind. we got my side chick over here. I forgot. That's for the late night show. We do a late night show. Let me put something over there a little bit more that I find very sexy. Hey, girl. That's my side chick for real right there. Watch her drop it like it's hot. Another little naked bird over there just shaking his tail feathers, or what used to be his tail feathers. Ooh, baby. I love it. I can't wait. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, hey, how's it going, people? Hey, everyone, let's make some money. Thanks, Dog, for the pointers. Hey, oh, you talking about me now? Sexy turkey. She's a chicken. I know. A lot of people frown about turkeys and chickens hooking up, but it happens. Let me tell you, it happens. Hey, Cassie. Woo. Arr. Anyway. All right, guys, that's what I've got. We've been going for about an hour. That's good. I went over Cubic, SUAI, Unicorn Fart Dust, which I still think looks interesting. Cow Protocol, which is one of those that is going to be giving out. They're going to be sharing their proceeds that they make from the chain with the holders. yeah, that's going to be a thing again because we don't have Dirty Gary Gensler and the SEC doing all their dirty stuff, keeping this stuff from happening, just to let the bankers get a little bit more of a claw hold into the crypto system. That's, in my opinion, that's what all of that has been about for these last 4 years, where they see how, oh, shoot, crypto could really disrupt what we got going on and all the little dark stuff that we're hiding behind all these, that they're uncovering now. We need to let the bankers, let's fund Elizabeth Warren and her anti-crypto campaign to kind of slow this sucker down so that we can get our fingers into the pie and kind of manipulate it and bring it over to our side under our control as much as possible. Otherwise, it's going to rip us apart. That's my personal opinion, what's going on. And now they don't have that control to keep us down, and now it's time that crypto can actually do some good stuff. And there are a lot of projects out here in crypto that are just nothing. A lot of the meme coins, even Unicorn Fart Dust, it's a meme coin. But some of the plays like Opulus, maybe Opulus, XEN, definitely XEN, Cow. I mean, there's going to be a lot more opportunities for them to do things with crypto that actually have real world applications. And in this space, we've gotten away from those ideas and trying to chase all the gains and all the gambling ideas. But the real world, the ones that actually have an impact on finance. Think of DeFi plays a couple of years ago, last cycle. That DeFi thing got Wall Street. It made them horny as hell. They got a boner so bigger than bigger than Trump Tower. Okay, they got a boner bigger than Trump Tower right now at the idea of applying these DeFi concepts, tokenizing stocks. We're heading in this direction. Any plays that relate to that side of things are going to be the strong ones. Look, I advise you to keep your eyes out for anything tied to the real world assets, because they are going to start tokenizing everything. It's just the faster, easier, more transparent way to transact. And transparency is something that's been missing a lot in our world, and we're starting to head that way, and I welcome it. I think we need transparency in everything, especially when it comes to government or money. And they don't like it at all. You can tell they don't like it. Baby, they getting upset. I can't believe you're cutting my program. They need condoms in Gaza. They want to do it from a humanitarian aid, but I think they got a deep, dark secret is, let's keep them from making babies. Let's decrease their population. Let's send them condoms. And there's we're doing it for the humanitarian reason. I don't know. I'm not trying to get into politics or whatever, but I mean, there's this crazy stuff going on in the world. I'm a firm believer that Bitcoin was given to us by God to save us from the things talked about in Revelation, to give us a little window of opportunity to where we don't have to get into that and be forced to where we cannot buy or sell without having some authority's permission or being enslaved to that, because that's what Revelation says is happening in the future, which, gosh darn it, right before Jesus comes back, and here we are with CBDCs facing, I mean, CBDCs is the way to do it. If you're ever going to have a mark of the beast, if you believe in that kind of thing, the CBDC is now, well, there's your channel. So, anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back again tonight looking at altcoins. Bring your coin requests. We'll look at the market, do our usual things, be silly, have fun, just enjoy the market and try to see the number go up. Thanks for hanging out, guys. See ya later on tonight. Turkey out.
When the grass turn red in the morning light, crypto dreams sinking out of sight. We hold on tight through the stormy night, knowing the sun's gonna shine so bright. Emotions run high, but we keep control. Riding the dip as we play.
Oh, glad to have you, Jesse.
Wild, but we stay whole. Through valleys low to the
I don't appeal to everybody, but hey, just give me a chance. Give me a chance. Just need a chance. Wells Fargo sucks ass. They canceled my account after 26 years. I made a lot of crypto buys last month. I'll be going bankless very soon. Screw banks. I think they think they can stop crypto. I think they realize they can't. That's why they've been wanting to come over so much. and the system or the previous administration has not been letting it happen. And I'm sorry, this is going to offend a lot of people, but Joe Biden sold us out. And I saw the signs of that a long time ago. He sold us out to China and everything. It's just hard to deny that. Let's let a weather balloon fly over our country 2 years ago, remember? And just let it go. Oh, I thought it's not doing anything. I mean, what the hell? At least we got a president now. They'll say, weather balloon, shoot that MF'er down now. And you're going to pay for it. We're going to sanction you and tariff you. Don't mess with us. We got a good leader now. And I know a lot of people didn't think that before, but this is what our country's been missing. We need good, strong leadership, not people that sit there and just cater to whoever contributes to their campaign, whoever lines their pockets with backroom deals. We need to get the corruption out of government. And I personally love this little window we got. It is God answering prayers is what it is. And my man loves the Lord. Casey, that is very true. That is very true. Now I get silly and I talk about little things here and there, and, throw some innuendo just to have some fun, but I'm not trying to cross any lines. I don't see how anybody in their right mind can deny the existence of God. And once you invite God to move in your life, God will come and move in your life. If you don't see God moving in your life, it's because you did not ask for God to move in your life. And even if you don't believe in Christianity or believe in Jesus, the fact that you believe in God, well, that says a lot. And all you got to do is reach out to God, ask Him to show you the truth, and He will lead your path. And eventually, I think you might find Jesus. But that's okay. Just reach out to God. Just reach out to God. And God will sincerely ask for guidance. And you'll start seeing some things happen in your life. But just know, I just want to throw this in. We were talking about Jesus and everything. Jesus never did anything wrong. He was the example for mankind to follow that Adam threw away. Adam was supposed to be the example of mankind. He was supposed to be the alpha male that we were supposed to emulate. But instead, well, he gave that up. He gave it up to Eve with the apple idea. And we've been following those same things in society. Man has been giving up his power to the woman because he did not lead, allowed the woman to lead. And it's nothing against women, but that's not how God designed it. And so when man lets that happen, we start getting we have proper places. You have God, you have man, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but that's how God designed things. And then you have woman who is to be the helpmate. She is not to be the head of man. Man is not to be a slave driver of woman. Eve came from the rib of Adam to stand by his side and be a helper, not to be a dominant factor, but to be a helper. And when we work with that, and we're looking to God for our instruction, we've got the perfect setup. It's when we get away from those things that we don't. And so we were supposed to have a family. You have a mother and a father, a man and a woman joined together. It's not Adam and Steve. It's not Eve and Louise. And I mean, I know the world goes against this, and there's other things, but this is how it was set up. And when you go with how it was designed to work, things fall into place. In today's society, we no longer, everything is incentivizing not having that strong family unit. We got, you got this new sexual revolution we got, where everybody's just out there banging everybody that looks hot. Then by the time that you get to the age where you want to have kids, well, there's a big mix match, a big imbalance right there, right? You got women, why can't I find somebody to love me? Because you can't bond with anybody anymore because you gave it away throughout your teens and 20s, and now you're having trouble connecting emotionally to somebody and to actually respect them. If you're lucky to get married, sad to say, all the goodness and joy that you were to bring to your husband, the gifts that you were to bring with him, he doesn't get them. You gave them away to everybody else. And I'm not dissing on women. We fall in this, guys fall in the same category too. Guys are out here chasing women in their 20s, doing stupid stuff. And some of them get them. The Chads get them. The other ones sit there and have to figure out, feel miserable and lonely for the longest time. And when they focus on getting their career and what they can do, and they amass some wealth, and then, and now when they're in their later 30s and whatever, or now women start coming around, but it's not because of them being chads or attractive or just strong. It's about them providing that security. It's just a messed up thing. It's a whole messed up thing, and it's because we don't respect the way that God laid things out for us to do. We started breaking his rules. Get the sex before marriage. No, I mean, we all do it, or most of us do it, more than not. But these are the things that lead us astray and to start making our life harder. Where if we follow his rules, we have less troubles. That's how it's set up. And so everybody's screwing up. Men are screwing up. Women are screwing up. We're getting away from the family-centered idea. We're going toward all the stuff so we can have what we want now. Get it quick. Get our needs met. Screw everybody else. It's all about me. That's the state that we're in right now. We got to clean it up. The only way to clean it up is to get back to God. Sorry, I didn't mean to preach, but it just came out. It's the deal I made with Jesus. He can inspire me to say something whenever he feels like it. Hopefully it's right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to my little spiritual soapbox there. But God will always be the answer. Always. And he's forgiven, and he's got a sense of humor, and he doesn't care if we get a little silly. We just always. The greatest commandment that Jesus said was, love God with all your heart and to love your neighbor as yourself. He revised the 10 commandments, those strict rules that we had going, which are still there. We need to go by them. But the greatest commandments is love. And then we think, the most hated person I can think of, the most person that gets their eyes rolled over when you mention their name is Jesus. Mention Jesus, everybody starts rolling their eyes. Oh my God, here we go again. But that man did nothing wrong. He came to be that perfect example. He walked the life and he did not sin. He didn't mess up. He showed us what we're supposed to be as men in this world. He is the alpha male that we should be following, and instead, we've got to look at everybody else that's trying to be all big and tough and lying and messing up their lives. And you look at their lives, well, definitely not without blame, and definitely have their sense of troubles. Jesus took on his troubles to rescue us, a mission to love, to provide a way for us to unite back with God, because we couldn't make that connection anymore. We're too far away. God is perfect and we're not. We can't come up to perfection. We will disintegrate. We can't handle it. There's a divide there, a natural divide, and they're giving us a bridge to cross over so that we can unite back with God. That's what Jesus did. He came and he showed us that, yes, you have the power. You have the power through God to lead a perfect life and not sin. I was like, well, I don't want to end up like him. You don't have to, because he paid that price, so you don't have to. Look at anybody. We had the 10 commandments set out. We break them all the time. We're all sinners. We're not perfect. We became imperfect after the fall, but Jesus made the way for us. He's got the cheat code for us to get back in the good graces of God, and we're just stupid for not doing it. But the answers are there, and he set the example. If there's any man to look up to live your life by, it's Jesus Christ, the most hated man ever for doing all the right things. It makes no sense. And that just shows you how much the enemy hates him, and how much the enemy doesn't want you to listen to the wisest advice straight from God himself. Hey, just love me, says God, and love your brothers and sisters, because you guys are actually part of me. You're part of my family, and I want you back. I don't want you to get lost. I don't want you to go down the wrong roads and not come back home where you're supposed to be with me so that we can do something even more phenomenal. Because this is just the beginning, baby. This life on Earth is just a little test. There's so much more out there. And this great big field of things beyond our imaginations. Maybe even aliens and other civilizations. I don't know what is going on. But God's bigger than anything we can ever imagine. And He wants us to be a part of it. God blessed her, that's for dang sure. She's having trouble keeping some support on them puppies up there, though. Look, she keeps doing that. I don't know.
Riding high, I'm feeling played.
All right, guys, I got to get off of here. But for the 6 of you, thanks for hanging out. I'll try to go through these comments here. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. Never know how that's going to be received over here on the channel, but that's my deal with God, anyway. Or at least what I told Him. I believe that for sure. Hey, you want to hear something kind of crazy, a crazy thought? It's wild. This one's wild. You know that there is an Indian curse on the presidents of the United States that when they are elected on years that end with a zero, it's basically about every 20 years, that president will die or have an assassination attempt, and that is held true every presidency until this one in 2020. And Joe Biden did not have an assassination attempt on him. Ironically, though, President Trump did, and he survived. Now, President Trump has always said that election was stolen, and I'm going to say that I think it's the Tecumseh curse. I think that's what it is. Well, that prophecy, in my opinion, is held true because the president that was duly elected in 2020 did have an assassination attempt. That election was stolen. God has blessed President Trump. His hand is on President Trump. You can see that. President Trump is a changed man since then. That's when it finally hit him home. In my personal opinion, God's got a bigger plan than what I'm dealing with. I need to follow God. And I think He has. And I think He will. And I think that's what our country needs. Our country is founded on God. It's in our Constitution. It's the principal foundation of our country. We made a contract with God. If you break that contract, it's going to be just like Jerusalem or Israel back when they would go against God. They failed. They got enslaved routinely. Every time they got away from God, bad things happened. You made a deal with God. You don't make a deal with God and back up on it because He never breaks His promises, and He expects you to keep yours too. He knows you're human. He knows you can fall, and you'll get some consequences out of it when you do break it, but He's always willing to come back to the table to talk to you. Always. It needs to be. Went from charts and crypto to church, and I'm here for it. Oh, wow. All right, guys. I think the chat's kind of settled down. I'm through preaching. And is this a sex and crypto song? Oh, my God. That totally does not go with what we're talking about. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. See you tonight. God created sex, by the way. He has a proper use for it. It's not a bad thing. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation.